The best Slop games of all time.
What y'all know about this right here? What y'all know about that Nintendo?
Now, the most anticipated epic adventure of the year will never come to a theater near you. Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII made me realize that video games don't have to be throwaway entertainment where you get the item and get to the next level. They could be more in the lines of interactive stories. The premise actually threw me off as a kid. You're this terrorist group bombing these power plants because the corporation that is in control of these things are literally sucking the life out of the planet. And so I figured, okay, so there's 6 of these power plants, we're going to destroy all 6 of them, get into the center, destroy the president of the company, end of game. And I was kind of yawning at the premise, like, wow, really, I fantasized about playing this game, and finally getting to play it. And this is the premise? Nope. One of your party members gets kidnapped, the president gets assassinated. Next thing you know, you're in this open world to explore, right? A meteor's in the sky about to destroy the planet. There's a scientist bent on ruling the world.
Of course!
The Shinra Corporation is splicing dead alien DNA to make super soldiers and monsters. There's this giant gun. Godzilla's attacking.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
The plot does get a little complex later on.
It's up to one soldier of fortune to save the world. If he succeeds, you survive. If he fails, you can always hit the reset button.
And yes, of course, my jaw dropped when Aerith died, but whose didn't? One thing I do have to mention, too, that no one ever seems to bring up. When you play the game, first off, and you try to rescue Aerith after she gets kidnapped, she gets trapped in this chamber, and Red 13, or Nanaki, whatever you want to call him, gets placed in there, and you think, oh shit, she's in trouble now. And then Hojo says this line.
What do you think you are doing? Lending a helping hand to an endangered species. Both of them are on the brink of extinction. See what I'm saying?
So, he's suggesting that Red 13 have sex with Aerith? Hey, I'm not the one that came up with it. It's the fucking guys at Square Enix that did. And that's fucked up. I mean, what else could he mean by that line of dialogue? This is what he's trying to do. He's trying to get these two things to breed. Well, this human and this animal to breed. Also, this game had one of the best magic systems in the entire Final Fantasy series with the Materia system. Awesome limit breaks dedicated to each character. You could not play through this without feeling like you went through an epic journey. And me and many others loved this world and this game so much that, even myself included, I looked past all the horrible flaws of Dirge of Cerberus just to play through that game, just so I could get more of Final Fantasy VII. And yes, I enjoyed watching Final Fantasy VII Advent Children multiple times, despite how hilariously horrible that movie is too, by any cinematic standards.
Dilly dally, shilly shally. Dilly dally, shilly shally.
So when it comes to Final Fantasy VII, fuck your noise about Final Fantasy XIV and you're trying to make this MMO bullshit. No one wants to play an MMO of Final Fantasy, okay? It comes out, it dies in a week, stop making them, stop trying, you're done, stop it, fuck it, done. Remake Final Fantasy VII.
They said it couldn't be done in a major motion picture. They were right. Final Fantasy VII.
PlayStation.
StarCraft. Command & Conquer had its camp.
You are made of stupid.
But StarCraft was the first real-time strategy game that actually gave a shit about its characters and its lore. When I played the demo of this game back in 1998, I made it my mission to get this game. I would take my bike and ride the 2-mile journey to Kmart. Kmart was a convenience store. Remember convenience stores when you bought things at a store as opposed to online or just downloading it off the net? What was I talking about? Oh yes. So I would take my bike, go to the store just so I could look at the game box, just so I could see the game that I really, really wanted. And this went on for months. I even got hit by a car on my way there, just to look at that game. Saving up pennies, change, any little dollar bills I could come across. It was a nightmare for the clerk. When I laid out my dollar bills on the counter, the whole thing was covered in crumpled up dollar bills, pennies, penny rolls, quarter rolls, nickel rolls, dime rolls, all over the place. $50 fucking, and it was worth every penny. You see, most real-time strategy games at the time, they may have 1 or 2 factions or 3 factions, and really all the units were the same. They just looked different. They may have 1 or 2 unique units, and that was it. StarCraft said fuck that noise, and they had 3 factions, all playing differently, all different playstyles, all different unique stories behind them, great voice acting, characters they could actually conceive and believe in.
First you sell out every person on this world to the Zerg. Then you ask us to go up against the Protoss. And you're gonna send Kerrigan down there with no backup.
And when you combine it with the expansion Brood War, you have a sci-fi epic on par with Star Trek and Farscape. The multiplayer was just the icing on the cake. It was an incredible experience. And then we finally got a sequel later. 14 years later.
It's about time.
Yeah, take your fucking time much? I remember I was in 6th grade when the first StarCraft came out. When StarCraft 2 came out, I went through middle school, I went through high school, and I finished college. And even after that came out, it was an entire year before I got a hold of that game so I could play through it. Just so I could see what Jim Raynor and crew were fucking up to all these years. That is insane. Don't ever take that long again, because if StarCraft 3 takes that long, I'm probably going to be retired with a 401k and a pension. Well, at least I'll have something to spend my money on, I guess. Do I really need to even describe the game anymore at this point? If you don't know what StarCraft is, you're missing out. Go fucking look it up, download it. You have humans, aliens, and aliens. Okay, aliens with advanced technology and aliens with goopy technology. If you haven't played it, why are you even watching this anymore?
I had to see it for myself.